Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Israel Brief, where you guys join me, Rolene Marks, every Monday to Thursday for a walk through the headlines making top story here in Israel. And of course, the reason that we do this is because the mainstream media, and hey, we're all following the BBC, so we know that a lot of the mainstream media outlets are becoming more and more untrustworthy or less trustworthy. And as always, the Israel Brief is brought to you in partnership with these guys, Lay of the Land, and a little bit more detail about where you can find us coming up in the broadcast. So just a few things. Yesterday was Armistice Day, and I want to take a moment to salute many of you from the Israel Brief community, Norma, and so many of you from countries all around the world who serve in your defense forces or serve and protect your country in some way, and many of you who have lost family members in service, and I just want to take a moment to salute you. I want to thank you for your service, and I want to salute all those that we have lost in service to our countries. We owe our defenders and protectors a debt of gratitude that we'll never be able to repay. I also want to address a concern that I've heard from some of you, and that is that there are adverts popping up on the Israel Brief. Guys, this is from YouTube. This is not part of anything I do on the Israel Brief. I know that can be a little bit irritating for some, so what I would do is I would just let the ad play. It's probably a lot easier than to just fast forward, or if you do get a prompt to skip, then click on the skip button and it'll take you back to the Israel Brief. Listen, I understand. I wouldn't want to miss a moment of the Israel Brief either. Tomorrow is Thursday, which means you guys get to tell me who your menschers and your morons of the week are, and I already have in one mensch. So guys, get those nominations through to me as soon as possible. Now it is day 768 since the 7th of October. And as we say every single day, this does not end until we get all of our hostages back. And we still have 4 hostages whose remains are held captive in Gaza. Dror Or, Ram Gvili, Meni Godad, and Sondirak Rentalak. We want them all home now. So let's take a look at those top stories. And President Herzog today received a letter from President Trump asking him to pardon Prime Minister Netanyahu. The Prime Minister is on trial at the moment for charges that include graft and bribery. Now, President Herzog, responding to President Trump's letter, praised the president for his unwavering support of Israel, for helping to bring home the hostages, for helping to change the face of the Middle East, but said that anyone who wants a pardon does have to file the letters and does have to go through the same processes as anyone else. In other words, there's no special dispensation for the Prime Minister. So this is going to be an interesting one to follow. You can see, judging by President Herzog's response, very, very diplomatic, also acknowledging that President Trump really went out on a limb, as he said he would, when he addressed the Knesset a couple of weeks ago, and supporting his friend Prime Minister Netanyahu. Staying with the government, and Israel's Minister of Strategic Affairs, Ron Dermer, who also served as our ambassador to Washington several years ago, has announced that he will be stepping down from his cabinet post. He says the reason for this is that he promised his family that he would serve no more than 2 years, and now that Israel has met its war goals of taking out Hamas and also the return of the hostages, he believes it is time for him to step down. But there is some gossip that he could be tapped to fulfill a role as special envoy when it comes to the Abraham Accords. As we know, the Abraham Accords is a huge priority for Israel. We want to expand that circle of peace. Last week, Kazakhstan formally joined them, and we are watching carefully to see who will join next. 2 years after the atrocities and the massacre of October the 7th at Kibbutz Be'eri, the civil rehabilitation group today found Kalashnikov rifles as well as communication sets or communication units used by Hamas in the kindergarten of the kibbutz. This goes to show there was not an area of these kibbutzim, including a sacred space where children go to learn and to play, a kindergarten that was not untouched by Hamas terrorists. Well, the Kalashnikovs were loaded, they were ready to be fired, and the kibbutz called in the bomb squad, who managed to disarm these guns very, very carefully and responsibly. On 7th of October, 101 civilians were murdered on Kibbutz Be'eri. 31 security personnel were also killed and 32 taken hostage. And finally, according to Al Jazeera, a team from the Red Cross as well as Hamas have crossed over the yellow line into the Israeli-controlled area to prepare to search for the bodies of the remaining 4 hostages. Now, the family of Meni Goddard, whose remains are still held in Gaza, they say that they have been notified that they might have to be patient for another couple of months, that the uncertainty around the return of their father's remains could take another couple of months. So guys, those are our top stories. Let's take a look at the audience question, and it comes from Lisa Mervis, who asks, what is happening with the 200 trapped Hamas hostages? So if you haven't been following, there are about 200 Hamas terrorists trapped in a tunnel inside Rafah, and there's been a lot of speculation what will happen with them. The defense minister has given the order to destroy all of Hamas's tunnels, and in fact, when I was down south on Monday, I could hear the explosions as the army is detunneling Gaza. Well, the latest on that is that Prime Minister Netanyahu has spoken to the US administration. The decision lies firmly now with the US team, and one of the reasons that it is believed that they're still stuck there is that no country wants to take them. Egypt doesn't want them, Turkey doesn't want them, nobody seems to want them. So this is where we are with the latest of the trapped Hamas hostages. The Israeli media reporting the other day that the Trump administration has appealed to Israel to ensure that they are able to exit safely, whether that's exit the tunnel safely or exit Gaza safely. That is the current status. So guys, that's it from me for today, but don't forget to check out our website at www.layoftheland.online. If you would like to receive our weekly newsletter, please be in touch with us via our website. We are on Facebook at Lottel's site, on YouTube right at the Israel Brief. Thank you to our new subscribers. Let's get our community growing. Where else are we? We're on Substack at Rolene Marks, and I welcome my new subscribers to Substack. We're on Instagram at Rolene_Marks, on LinkedIn at Rolene Marks, and on X at Lay of the Land 5. So guys, God bless you all. I will see you again tomorrow for your Thursday edition, complete with Mentions and Morons. You know I love you all. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.